Do you have bald spots or thinning edges or like receding hairline, or maybe you have that spot on your hair that it seems like every other part of your hair is fine, right? But there's just that spot that just will not behave like the rest of your hair. Like it's just thinner. Like maybe the hair there doesn't grow as fast, or maybe the hair there is like really sparse or something like that. If this is you, then I totally understand how you feel, because a few weeks ago I was in that position as well. I woke up one morning and I saw like this huge bald spot on this side of my head. I'm going to put a video on the screen to show you guys, and I panicked. I tried everything, but it just refused to go away, right? And I almost gave up until when I discovered something that I'll be sharing with you guys in this video. So if you guys would like to see how I moved from this to this in just 10 days, then definitely keep on watching. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Lillian Okibe, and I teach people how to grow thick hair, thick loose natural hair, thick locks, right? Over the years I've discovered that there are just some people, like I've worked with several people in the past where it's like we have been able to, you know, transform their hair from thin and like damaged and all that to healthy, rich, juicy. But it just seems like there's just that one spot, right? That just one spot that is just very stubborn, that even though the rest of their hair had gotten like really healthy and thick and juicy, there was just that spot that was very stubborn. Many people like to call it problem areas, but there's just that spot where the most fragile among the rest of your hair is that part where if you just move anyhow, like it will just fall out, all the hair will fall out, or maybe the hair there just never grew back, right? I have a few clients like that, and for a very long time I have actually been like, it has been on my mind to help them, because I believe that everyone can have thick hair, like healthy thick hair all over, right? And it has always been in my mind to try to come up with something that will just help to heal those like problem areas. I sell shea butter. I sell shea butter. Like I've been selling shea butter for years now, and I was actually working on creating a product that is like shea butter, unwhipped shea butter, that has a nice smell. So on this particular day, I was trying to, like, this period I was cooking up, trying to create a scent that I would like the shea butter to have, right? And that was when I stumbled on this product. I created this product by accident, right? And I thought to myself, like, wow, like I thought to myself, like, this seems like it's going to be nice for hair growth and things like that. But I never tried it, you know. It's just something that was just in my mind, like, this seems like it's going to be nice for hair growth, but I just left it. I did not have the chance to try it because I was busy working on other projects. Now, after like a few weeks, on that glorious day, I woke up and I saw this like huge bald spot on this side of my head, and I was like, what is this? I freaked out, because it's like I teach people how to avoid this. Like, how is it possible that this just appeared? Like, what happened? Because I did not do anything strange. I did not, like, I know what to do to avoid those like bald spots and like those hair loss and things like that. So it was like I did not do anything. So I don't know how this came out, how this came to be. But anyway, even though I kind of panicked, I was like, that's not a big deal. Like, I know what to do to get rid of it, because I know, because I've been teaching people how to get rid of those bald spots and get rid of those thin edges, right? So I was doing everything that I know how to do, you know, avoiding side styles, applying Jamaican black castor oil and all that, but it just did not move. I did everything I knew how to do for like 3 weeks, but it was just there, like nothing changed. And that was when I started to really panic, because it's like, how can you be teaching people how to have like healthy thick hairline, healthy thick hair and everything like that, and then you have a big bald spot on the side of your hair? Like, it doesn't make sense. So that was when I started to freak out. And then I remember that product that I was working on, right? The products that I was working on that I stumbled on basically when I was trying to create the scent for my shea butter, and I was like, because I still had it, but I never tried it. So I was like, let me try this and see. This is a perfect opportunity for me to try this to see if it actually works. So I started using it, and lo and behold, like, it was like magic. Even till now, like, I still cannot believe like how fast it changed things for me. Like, when I go back to see like old pictures and I compare, I'm like, I still find it very difficult to believe. In about 4 days, I started noticing like obvious results, and in about 10 days, like, that whole bald spot was like completely covered, you know. So I was like, ooh, like, really, like, this, I got really very excited, because when I had that bald spot for the first time, I could understand the frustration of people who have those like damaged areas, and they have tried everything but nothing seems to work. For the first time, I could actually like relate like on a personal level to it, because I was very like, to say that I was upset is an understatement. You know, so I was very, very excited about the fact that like, wow, like this transformed my hair in such a very, very fast time. Because I was not even, I thought in my mind that, oh, this can help to regrow bald spots and things like that, but I never imagined that it would happen so quickly. You know, so I was so excited, and I went ahead to tell my friends and those of my clients that have those problems. I told them about the products, and I was like, I'm about to like, I'm on something. I just created something that is going to transform your hair, right? And I went ahead to, you know, create, because I created it was just a small batch I created because I was testing out scent for my shea butter. So I used that, then I went ahead to create another batch that I would send to like my friends, my family, and like those my clients that had those issues with bald spots. And it's like I had my fingers crossed when I sent, you know, the products, the samples to them, and everybody came back with positive results. Like everybody came back with positive results, and I'm like, wow, like this is amazing. I have to share this with everybody. And that is how this product that I'm going to be showing you right now was born. It's actually an oil. This is what I use to transform my hair in like 10 days. This is going to be my very first like made product, because for like years now I sell shea butter, you know, unwhipped 100% African shea butter. So for that, it's basically me sourcing for shea butter and like packaging it. Like I don't create like I don't have to create anything because I buy the shea butter from local women who produce the shea butter. But this is going to be the first product that is like, this is made by me, handmade by me, and I'm very, very excited about this. I actually picked a glass bottle because I feel like products last longer in glass as opposed to plastic, and glass is like more friendly for like the environment and like, you know, all that. So that's why I picked glass, and it has I chose a pretty bottle because I feel like the packaging just has to match the amazingness of the product that is in it, right? It is super lightweight. Like it is very, very, very lightweight. It is so lightweight. It is almost like water. Like it is so lightweight. But then when you apply it on your hair, on your scalp, like it doesn't feel dry or like thirsty, right? But your scalp like absorbs it. Like it is super, super, super lightweight. Let me show you guys, right? So it comes with this like pipette that you use to suck out the oil, which is also glass, right? And the oil is like super, it is super, 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 it's so lightweight, and that's one of the reasons why I love it. Let me apply this on my edges. So how I do it, I just take, you don't need a lot because it's actually very potent and it's concentrated. I wanted it to be concentrated so that it will work, because like this is actually what worked for me. Like it was not like the diluted one that worked for me. So how I use it, or how to use it, you take, you just soak out some of the oil, right, and just put a few drops of that in your hands. You don't need too much, like I said, just a few drops, right? For me, I like to use like a few drops because I use this daily, right? I use this like every single day. But if you are going to be buying it for the first time you use it, I recommend that you use it like every 3 days or so, and you may increase the frequency if your scalp can take it. And of course you need to do a patch test first. So if you're buying this for the first time, you have to like take a few, like a drop or so, put it like on the inner corners of your elbow, just apply it there and leave it on it and see how your skin reacts, right? Because whenever you're using any like treatment kind of like products and oil, it's always nice to do a patch test first. So I put a few drops in my hand, and then I just go ahead and like apply all over randomly in my scalp. I have to take down my hair to show you guys, but that's basically all I do. I just apply all over on my scalp, on my edges, right? I don't want to spoil this cute hairstyle because I'm going out very soon. I don't want to have to redo my hair. So I just randomly, you know, apply all over my scalp, right? And then I go ahead and massage that into my scalp. Now this has a mild like tingling sensation, right? So when you apply on your scalp, like your scalp just feels airy. It just helps to make your scalp like feel like really, really airy and ventilated. Like that's how it feels when especially when you use it for the very first time. So you just go ahead and apply. Like I said, you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. So this bottle like this now is going to last you for months, right? You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I really hope, and I cannot wait for you guys to try it and get the amazing results that I have seen so far from all the people that I have sent it to. This product is actually like very expensive and time consuming to create. So I recreated a very small first batch, because like this is not something that you buy and keep on your counter and not use. Now if you are someone that you don't have any issues with bald spots, you don't have any issues with like hair loss, you don't have any problem, you know, when it comes to hair loss, and your hair is thick and healthy, or your edges are fine and everything like that, I would not really recommend you buying this. Like if you just need an oil that you want to use for moisturizing your hair. Even though this actually helps, like this actually works for moisture, like when you apply on your scalp, right? For those of you that have locks, like for me that I have locks, when I apply on my scalp, it just gives that like silky effect on my locks. And so whenever I want to separate my locks, it's just generally easier. And I also feel like since I started, because I've been using this like daily for I think 2 months or so now, but since I started using that, I feel like, I'm not so sure about that, but I feel like my roots have gotten thicker. My parts, I feel like the parts of my locks are getting smaller. This is helping my hair get thicker at the roots, but I'm not so sure about that. Maybe in a few months I'll come back to tell you guys and be sure whether it is actually true or not, but I feel like that's what's happening. I don't know if you guys can tell. So yeah, I was saying that if you just need an oil that you want to use some moisture, even though yes, this actually helps with moisture, and this actually helps to give your hair that like silky feeling, even though it is super lightweight. But if that's all you need, just an oil for moisturizing, then I highly recommend that you get a cheaper oil, right? A cheaper oil that can get the job done too. You don't need to invest in something like this, because this is more created for treating the hair, for like treating like hair loss issues, right? Now this is a 100 ml bottle, but like I said, it is very concentrated and it's going to last you a very long time. A very long time. We created a very small batch, so if you really need it, like if you have issues with your hair loss and you know, balding and all that, I highly recommend that you get it now, because like this takes a very long time to create. It's not something that I can just like go and whip it up in a few hours or whip it up in a day or anything like that. So if you need it, I highly recommend that you go and get it now, because after now, I don't know when next we're going to have it in stock, when we run out, like when this actually sells out. Now let's move on to the scrub. This is amazing. Now I sent this also to like some of my clients and stuff, and I sent it with the oil and they absolutely loved the scrub. This is also a glass jar. I'm working on changing like the packaging for my shea butter to glass as well. This is perfect if you have like, if you're trying to get smooth hands, smooth feet, smooth skin in general, and specifically those problem areas like your hands, your feet, your knees, your elbows, you know, those parts that are usually rough. This is amazing. Now as soon as you use it, like from the very first use, like your skin instantly becomes very soft. Like the first time I used this, I was like, wow, like this is amazing. I have to share this with you guys. Some of the people I sent it to are like engineers that are like very handy, and they do a lot of like handiwork, and so many of them have like strong hands. You know, and all of them came back to tell me that, hey, like, wow, like this is amazing, what did you put in this? Like as soon as I used it in my hands, like it made it instantly soft, like super soft. Like this is not something that you have to use a few times for you to see results. Like from the very first time you use it, you obviously feel the softening effect. Now all both products are completely natural, completely vegan. They are like, you know, made with mostly food grade ingredients, because that is very important to me. I like safe ingredients, I like safe products, and for a while now I've been trying to like cut out like products that have a lot of chemicals and all the likes from my hair and skincare routine. So creating a product, one of the things that was very important to me was to make sure that the products are safe, are made with very clean and safe ingredients, like so clean that if you eat the product you'll be fine, like you're not going to die, you know. Because I feel like whatever you put in your hair and your skin, even though you're not eating, like it still gets into your body. So if you're putting in all those like toxic ingredients and things like that, in the long run it is not safe for you. Now let me show you guys the scrub. This is also very concentrated, so a little goes a long way. It comes with a cap, so you don't need much to get results. This is the consistency. right? It's actually like kind of like mud. Is it mud? It actually feels like candy. Like the consistency is more of like candy, right? The consistency is more like candy, right? And like this is amazing. Between the two products, I don't know which one I like most because at this point now I am obsessed with both of them. Like I use them so frequently. Now for this scrub, you don't need to use this daily. I use this 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, so you don't need to use this daily. So yeah, those are like the products that we are launching. So you can find both of them on my website. If you want them, you can go ahead and order right now. I'm going to put the link to my website down in the description box and in the comment section. I cannot wait for you guys to try it. And when you buy the products, please come back with reviews, because I'm always open to like reviews to see how we can improve and like make things better for you guys. So that will come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video.